Okay, everyone, welcome. I'm going to do my very first inaugural YouTube live stream. Here I am. I'm Jules. This is Jules Art Bender, and I've been doing a lot of botanical line drawings on Instagram. And some people have wanted me to show them the entire process. So I thought I'd do that today. I'm just going to flip through a few of my sketches that I've been doing. I really encourage you guys to check out Instagram to see a lot of short little videos on making all these things. So this is some lemon drop pepper, just like this one that I drew a few weeks ago, but we're going to do one more in depth. And I've got to find a clean page. Yeah, maybe this one. Or I've got, let's see. Or I could do blue. Ooh, I think we'll do blue. I like that idea. Blue is good. Okay, I'm going to situate my light. And I'm going to grab a pen. This is Peggy's, the Pigeon Studios monoline pen. This is a number 9. I like to use a chunky pen when I start drawing. And I'm going to try to arrange this in such a way, I might have to get rid of some of this, in such a way that I can lay it down the way I want it to be. There's no reason we can't manipulate things how we want them. So we'll just do something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now you see what I see, and I'm just going to pick a spot to start with. Yeah, I'm going to pick a place to start. So here we go. I'm probably going to start right here because this seems like it's the focal point. So I'm just going to kind of go for it. Let me see if I can make this light better. Like I said, this is my inaugural, try at this. So we'll see how this all goes today. Okay, so let's get drawing. All right. So I'm just going to kind of go for it. I'm seeing this cup-shaped little guy and kind of goes like that. So what I've just done is I've arbitrarily picked a size that I want this to be, and now everything else is going to be based off of the size of this little guy. So I'm going to wait to draw the pepper in. I don't want to get caught up in that right now. But what I am going to do is start drawing some leaves. So like I'm going to pick this leaf because it's on top, and then I'll probably do this one next. So I'm just measuring a certain distance away from where I've started. And here's the base of it that hits about the top of that leaf. So I'm just going to draw some sort of leaf shape like that. And then I'll draw another leaf shape here. And I'm really not sweating too much what this is looking like right now. I'm not trying to go back and fix things. I'm actually just kind of going with it and seeing what's going to happen. Let's see. We'll get this little guy peeking out here. Now I'm going to put in this big leaf right here that's all folded over. So we'll just kind of do a line like that, and up and down, and then back over. We'll fill in this right here, and bending it back over. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go down here and grab this little guy. It's sitting down about like this far. Not sweating it, just kind of making it happen. Try to start connecting some of these things. Just kind of look at the arbitrary thicknesses of everything and how it relates. I'm going to go up here to probably this leaf right here. It looks like it's on top. So I'm going to come right over here and draw this little guy. Okay, and then this dude is behind it. And then I'm going to go grab this one that's kind of underneath that one. Draw the bottom of the leaf. Okay, now I'm going to start connecting the stems. I always try to draw the stems in last because I feel like if I do the stem first, then I am so committed as to how that leaf is going to look. And I just don't want to commit that early to all these stems. I want them to look more natural. So I tend to wait until the end to do those. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this leaf and this leaf under here. And maybe something like this. And something like that. We're going to connect all these guys back up to here. And these guys were connected over here. Okay, I choose not to draw this one because of the way I ripped it all. So I'm just going to make this little leaf behind here. And we're going to go back and actually color today some too. I think that's kind of fun when you go back and add colors to all this stuff. So, okay, so which one's next? Let's go ahead and grab this guy right here and just be done with it. He's going to go off the page because I got to keep that same proportion for the whole thing. And I don't mind stuff hanging off the page. This is my sketchbook after all. I'm going to add this guy right here, but I'm going to have to move this over a little bit. All right, we're going to grab this one. And its little cup sits about right here. And kind of knobby, lobular. I think that's great. And I'm going to put a little hump there. I'll draw the middle line on this one too. Okay. This one needs a thicker stem. Come back and get that. That comes over here. Okay, this is looking good. Now I want to add this big leaf back here. We'll make it come out on top of that one. Okay, and then it's going to stretch back out here. Okay, there it is. All right, we're going to keep going up. This guy is behind the lemon pepper. I'm going to fluff this leaf up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this guy in, I guess, now. And I'm just going to kind of make him knobby and look like some of these others. Kind of bends back in. And now I can add this leaf. And it's just going to sit up here. And I'm going to make some wiggly lines. It comes back and over. You might think this doesn't look like that leaf at all, but watch what I'm about to do. This is going to close up here. And then this is going to close up here. Okay. And then here is the middle of the leaf. And all this is coming down to here. Now, some of these leaves might not actually look like leaves, but that's okay. It's the context of the entire thing that we look at. Our brains tend to sew things together for us to make things believable. We really don't need a whole lot of information for our brains to decide what it is that we're looking at. So we can actually use this to our advantage. Okay, I'm putting some more stems in here. I've got another leaf coming out up this way. See, and I'm more committed to the stems now because I already started building them. So there was no choice for this one to come back off, and then no choice but for this to come up this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put those elements in there. And now I'm going to come back and get this pepper. I'm going to do my little cup little guy that I've been drawing. And then we'll just blow out this end, bring it back in. Make a couple lines. All right, that looks good. So let's keep on going up, right? What else do we have that's interesting? I think this little guy under here, kind of like him. Okay, and then another pepper up here. But I see that this leaf is on top of the pepper, so I'm going to go ahead and build out the rest of the top of this. I'll come back to get that pepper. I think that's a really important step for us to take. So what leaf is on top and in front? What leaf is most interesting? Let's go ahead and get this guy right here because I like how he comes up and over. It gives this like really good arc up here. And then it connects back to the stem. And we'll build this back up this way. Another leaf here. And it really doesn't matter where I'm putting them. I'm going to put this pepper behind all these leaves. So I'm actually just drawing some leaf shapes. I'm really not sweating it too much because all this is falling off the page anyway. Okay. Okay. And then, okay, what about this little guy? He's a funny little leaf. You would never know he's a leaf just looking at that shape. But in the context of everything, again, it actually looks okay. All right, now I'm going to put the pepper in, make our cup, and he's going to extend behind this leaf. I love how things, when they're all layered up. Okay, and the line. Okay, and then this comes back over here. All right, so what we've done, we've created our base. We've got our line drawing done. I've committed. I mean, did I make any mistakes? Sure. Does it look exactly like it? No, but do I care? Not really right now. It's in my sketchbook, and let's just slop some color on it and see what happens. I think this is pretty exciting. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm going to move some stuff around. I've got my paintbrushes. I've got a rag. I need to find the top to this, but I guess I'll do that later. Okay, now, I've been dying to put this lemon yellow in there, so I'm just going to go for that first, I think. Ooh, baby, yeah. Now, because I used a permanent pen, an archival ink pen, the ink is not going to run. So I've actually set myself up for success in drawing first, instead of painting first and then using a water-soluble ink to come back at the end. Okay, these other peppers have a little lemon tinge to them, but they're not really yellow. So I'm just going to kind of use what's left in my brush to just make some marks with the yellow. Already that is looking good. Okay, I like to do my midtones of greens. I'm going to let that dry and then I'll come back to it. So I'm going to do my midtones of my greens. Grab some color. And I'm just going to start picking some leaves to add some color to. I'm really just trying to get a base down. Don't like looking at all the white, so let's just cover it up. That way we'll have midtones, and then all we have to do is pop in our lights, pop in our darks, and boom, 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 we're done. Doesn't that sound easy? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's keep going. Some more leaves. Let's just pop them in here. See, now this looks better already and less confusing right in there. Just putting some color on the leaves. Okay, more color. Trying to see what I've done here. Not really sure. We'll make that another leaf then. green little caps. Yeah, I love doing this. It's super relaxing actually to me because there isn't any pressure. There's just no pressure. Okay, so as we're letting this dry a little bit, I'm going to dab that. Got a bit of pooling right there. All right, I'm going to go back and hit those lemon yellow peppers one more time. One more time. I'm trying to adjust the light a little bit. Okay. All right, that's okay. Sorry, y'all. This is all new to me. Like I said, this is my very first time live streaming. Oh, baby, I'm jumping in the deep end, aren't I? Okay, so now I'm just going to come back with some darker green. And I'm going to hit some of these leaves that are actually behind the other leaves to give it some more dimension. Maybe where there's a fold, I'll put some dark next to the fold. I'm not going to put the dark on these front two leaves because they are in front. Let's see. These leaves are behind. These are all behind. Yeah, so it's just a process. I'm not going to take too much longer. Let's see. How long has it been? It's been 17 minutes since I've started this. This one was a little bit longer than what I usually do because I did more of a spread for the whole page because I wanted y'all to see it, which this is pretty fun. I could do this all the time. I think I might start, especially if you guys start watching me. That'd be super. Okay. All right. So I can go back and grab some white if I have some lighter spots, like if I want to make this highlight right here. If I want to hit some of that, I need to put some more green in these guys. Let's do that. Let's do a fun green. That's not too much different. I kind of want that bluish green, but let's see. I'll put some of this yellow maybe in some of these front leaves. That could be interesting. All right, let's see what else we want to do. I want to find another green. I don't feel like my greens are as green as I want them to be, but I think they also need to be a little bit bluer. There we go. Now, see, I like that with this turquoise in the background. And now my peppers are a little different color than the other elements on the page. Okay, the only problem I have found that when I paint these, of course, because it's watercolor, it will reactivate when it gets wet. So I really need to spray this with something. I have tried different mediums, matte mediums, what have you, and I've just decided that you know what is the best. Just some Aquanet hairspray or any hairspray that you have around the house. That will be fantastic, I promise. Okay, let's see. What else could I do really quick? I want to finish this up. It's been 20 minutes. my problem right now is I see all these colors here. Yeah, I've got the greens and some blue and some yellow, but what I'm missing is some reds and some purples. And honestly, the purple is in the red because it's opposite of green. They're going to give us our shadows that we're looking for. So I'm going to go through here and pick out my darkest of darks, and I'm going to start popping in some purple shadows because that's going to look good. It's gonna look good. Make all these caps dark. I think that would look cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna start shading. Okay, so some of this is getting muddy. However, it wasn't a darker green I was looking for at all earlier. It really, I should have just grabbed something opposite on the color wheel to make this pop a little more. Which that's exactly what it's doing. It's bringing those low lights down, which I like. And do something like that on these. Hey, and already that's looking a lot more dynamic and full. And I'm going to see if I can get rid of my glare for you guys. So this is the end. Here are my peppers. I hope you have enjoyed my sketchbook. I'm really excited you guys are here. I'm going to try to turn my camera around so you guys can see me. Let's see. No, I guess not. Okay, I'm going to figure out how to switch cameras and do a few more things with this, but I hope you guys will join me again. I know this is really quick, but hopefully you gathered something, some sort of tip that could help you out. I'll see you next time. This is Jules, and this has been Jules Art Bender. See ya.